Hey, future photography students. I'm Mr. Lin, and I teach the digital and film photography class at Glenwood Springs High School. One of the cool things you get to experiment with is a camera, vintage style camera like this, and we get to develop actual films in the darkroom, which is behind me right here. So we're going to go ahead and enter the darkroom. This is a revolving door that prevents light from exposing our pictures. So you'll notice that there's red light in this space that keeps the pictures safe. And this thing over here, which I'm going to try not to get too close to with the light from my computer screen, is called an enlarger. So I'm going to go ahead and run the enlarger, and it's projecting light onto some light sensitive photo paper here. And then I'm going to put photo paper into the developer over here. And if we're lucky, you can see the magic happen here as the image appears in the tray. You should see a picture of my friend Mike appear sort of magically in the liquid. So one of the things you guys will get to do is learn how to do that process. There's Mike right there. But film photography is just part of the class, so we also do some digital photography, which I'm going to show you some examples of right now. We do a number of different kinds of projects, like some portraiture. This one's kind of nice with the color unity between the eyeshadow and the teal in the background there. We do some Photoshop work and special effects where you can take the color out of some of the M&Ms, like in this image here. We talk about lighting. This photo actually was taken just inside someone's bathtub where the rose is sticking out of the drain hole, and she's shining kind of a spotlight on it to give that dramatic high contrast effect. We do some landscape photography and talk about composition and leading lines that draw your eye through the image. We do some motion and action photography. This one, the water droplets stopped in action. We do something called light painting, where you actually can use a light source to draw, and with a slow shutter speed capture the resulting image. This is a great photograph in terms of its composition, which is something we learn a lot about. So you'll learn to speak intelligently about photographs as well. So this was taken from a low angle. There's some nice diagonal lines that break up the symmetry. The swing in the foreground sort of functions as a natural frame for the subject and has a strong center of interest. More landscapes. Sometimes you can kind of sort of dress up and manufacture an interesting portrait. Sunsets are always good. There's a self-portrait from a student of mine who went on to actually study photography professionally too. So you can think about how photography skills can possibly be useful to you and link them to a career. Whether you're a photographer or not, imagery is an important part of everything we do these days on businesses, magazines, websites, newspapers. Everywhere you look, there's pictures. So hope you sign up for the class. It's one of my favorite classes to teach, and one of my favorite memories from my own high school experience was coming here in the darkroom and getting to make pictures. All right, take care.